Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Shahmin bin Muhammad Shukran from EC1104D. My matrix number is 2019240714. Okay, today I will present about my individual assignment ECM367, which is personal protective equipment that will be checked by Madam Nurul Aishah binti Abdul Rahman. The introduction of PPE. PPE or personal protective equipment is the equipment, clothing or appliance that can be provide the user with protection against a single hazard or multiple health and safety hazards. Personal protective equipment (PPE) is equipment that will protect the user against health or safety risks at work. It can include items such as safety helmet, glove, eye protection, high visibility clothing, safety footwear, safety harness, and many more. It also includes respiratory protective equipment (RPE). The purpose of personal protective equipment is to remove or reduce health and safety risks by imposing a barrier between the wearer and the potential risk. Okay, in the right side we can see the example of PPE that we usually use in construction. Type of personal protective equipment (PPE). 10 most common type of PPE in construction are skin protection, respiratory protective equipment (RPE), eye protection, head protection, ear protection, foot protection, and hand and arm protection, body protection, fall protection, and face protection. In the right side, we can see the level of the PPE that usually used in the construction. For the level A, usually used for the highest level of skin construction that related to high concentration of atmospheres, gases, or when a high potential for skin contact with harmful material exists. For level B protection used when the highest level of respiratory protection is required, as on level A, but a lesser degree of skin protection is required. For level C, must be worn when airborne contaminants are known and the criteria for using a purifier is met. For level D, basic work uniform that should be used whenever necessary. It provides minimal protection. And for the level A, B, C, and D, for the construction, usually we use for level D only. Next, I will explain more detail in PPE segment. The first PPE segment is skin protection. Skin protection may be required to protect the whole body against contact with substance. There are three main types of whole body skin protection, which is separate. We usually use this only cover part of the body, which is jacket or trousers. Aprons, this only cover part of the body. Overall, coverall, body suits, boiler suits, and chemical suits. These cover the whole body and may be reusable or disposable. For skin protection to be effective, protective clothing must be suitable for the hazard, and please do not wear loose clothing near moving machinery if there is a chance that it could get caught. And in the right side we can see this is the jacket that we use, and the below is coverall, overall, and bodysuits. Next, I will continue to the respiratory protection. For respiratory protective equipment (RPE) may be required to protect the respiratory system from inhalation of gases, dust, and vapors. RPE may also be necessary to protect the user against oxygen-deficient atmospheres. There are three types of RPE, which is filtering face pieces, half mask with filters, full face mask with filter. And for the powered assisted respirators, the first is powered hoods and helmet with filters, powered assisted half mask with filters, powered assisted full face mask with filter. And this in the right side is the filtering face pieces. This is half mask with filters, and this is a full face mask with filter. And for the power hood and helmet with this is the picture of power hood and helmet with filters. And this is for power assisted half mask with filters and power assisted full face mask with filters. Then I will continue to eye protection. For eye protection is achieved by wearing eyewear specifically designed to reduce the risk of exposure to chemical splash, laser radiation, and flying debris. There are four primary types of eye protection, of which each has its own limitation. For um, safety glass is suitable for the worker that handling the rough material such as timber, steel, and so on. For laser safety glass, this goggle will prevent the wearer from the concentration of light produced by lasers. For chemical splash goggle, suitable for the worker who are handling the chemical substance and prevent their eyes from chemical substance. And the last one is impact goggles. Safety impact goggles are intended to shield the wearer's eyes from impact hazards such as flying fragment, object, large chips, and particles. And this is the picture of the safety glasses. This is for laser safety glasses, and this is chemical splash goggles, and the last one is impact goggles. Okay, next I will continue to the head protection. For head protection, I choose hard hats for the head protection. Hard hats can protect employees from impact and penetration hazards, as well as from electrical shock and burn hazard. Hard hats are divided into two types and three industrial classes. For type 1, hard hats are intended to reduce the force of impact resulting from a blow only to the top of the head. This form of impact, for example, may result from a hammer or nail gun falling from above. Type 2 hard hats are intended to reduce the force of lateral impact resulting from a blow which may be received off center, from the side, or to the top of the head. This form of impact, for example, may result from contact with the sharp corner of a side beam. And for the hard hat, we have three classes, which is class G, class E, and class C. For class G, also known as class A, these hard hats are considered for general use and offer protection against low voltage electrical conductor up to 2200 volt. And this is the picture of hard hat for class G or class A. For class E, formerly known as class B, these helmets are intended for electrical work and offer protection against exposed high voltage electrical conductors up to 20,000 volt. And for class C, these helmets do not offer any electrical protection and are often electrically conductive. Okay, this is the picture of class G, class E, and class C. And this is the picture of hard hats. Then I continue to ear protection. For ear protection, when an employee's noise exposure cannot be reduced to safe level, then hearing protection must be worn. So for hearing protection device, we have four types of protection device, which is pre-molded earplug, formable or foam earplug, earmuff, hearing bands, or canal caps. And this is the picture of pre-molded earplug. This is for foam earplug, and this is earmuff, and this is hearing bands or canal caps. Next, I continue to foot protection. Here are many types of footwear available for work situations. Some are designed with a specific craft or industry in mind, such as firefighting, logging, electrician, or welders. And I choose three types of foot protection, which is steel composite safety tool, puncture resistant shoe, and leg guards. And this is the picture of a steel composite safety 2, and this is puncture resistant shoe, and this is leg guard. For steel composite safety 2, provide protection to the toes where personnel are exposed to injury as a result of heavy uh, greater than 40 pounds falling or rolling object on a regular basis, such as tools, equipment, and material handling. And for puncture resistant shoe, this shoes is designed to protect the midsole of the foot where sharp object can pierce or penetrate the sole of the shoe. And the last one is leg guard. Leg guard are designed to cover the knee, shin, and the top of the foot from impact or abrasions. Then hand and arm protection. Hand and arm protection, I choose four type of hand and arm protection. The first one is glove. This protect the hands only, sleeve and long glove. These are broader and protect the hand, wrist, and a portion of the forearms. The third is a sleeve and arm protection. This can protect either a portion of the arms or the entire forearm or upper arm. And the last one is glove with a cuff. This protect the hands and the wrist. And this is the picture of glove. This is a sleeve and long glove, and this is a sleeve and arm protection, and this is glove with a cuff. Next I continue to the body protection. For body protection, personal protection equipment (PPE) includes items as coverall, aprons, splash suit, lab coat, vest, and full body suits. This PPE is available in number of material, each of which is ideal for a different type of occupational hazard. Next, fall protection. For the fall protection, personal fall protection system which prevent the user from colliding with the ground, structure, or any other obstacle during a free fall and limits the impact force on the body of the user during fall arrest. And three type of fall protection is body belt, harness, and lanyard. And this is the picture of the fall protection. This is the body belts, and this is harness and lanyard. And this is the last segment of PPE, which is face protection. Face protection used to avoid from flying object and spark from welding process. And the type of face protection is welding shield and face shield. For welding shield, protect face and eye from burns, cause of infrared and from flying spark, and face shield protect the employees against dust and potential splashes or sprays of hazardous liquid. And this is the picture of welding shield, and this is the picture of face shield. Okay, and next I move to the next segment is hazard environment at construction site. I choose three hazards environment at construction site, which is noise, falls, and hazardous material. For noise, this construction site working environment is busy and noisy. Sudden loud volume can be hazardous for workers, but it's also exposure to long-term repetitive sounds such as drills and compressors, which can lead to short or long-term problem, including hearing loss. Construction site noise can also present a distraction which can result in accident. So for this hazard, the suitable PPE is hearing protection. And for hazard falls, the falls are often due to unstable working surface, failure to use or misuse of falling prevention equipment, as well as the unsafe use of ladder and scaffolding. Objects also might fall from above and employees might bump their head against fixed objects. The suitable PPE for these hazards is fall protection, head protection, and leg protection. And the last one is hazardous material. Construction sites are often full of hazardous material that can range from toxic airborne material that may affect respiration to chemical spills that can release toxic fumes or burns. And the suitable PPE for the hazards is respiratory protection. So the last one is the conclusion. This is the conclusion that I made for this assignment, which is personal protective equipment (PPE) is an important thing that the workers need to wear when they are on the construction site. Then PPE should be worn according to the suitability of the size of the worker's body. By wearing the PPE, the quality of work also will be more perfect and safe. And the last one is employers are responsible in prepare the PPE for their employees to make sure they are safe. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.